Hello. I think I'm right on time, 11:30. And I actually have a plan today. I've been getting organized, which is really weird for me. Hi Tanya, thanks for coming. If you can tell me if my sound is okay. I felt like the last live I did there was a weird background whooshing noise, and I was outside with Carter, but I don't know if it's my phone. It's something I need to take care of. So if you could just let me know if the sound is okay, that would be awesome. And I'll just get started in a minute. We'll see if anyone else is going to come. Thank you, Tanya. So I have this t-shirt on today. It has a little stain on it already, but it says Queen, and my friend Deanna gave it to me. She's my friend that died in January, and last year she actually gave me quite a few gifts, which in retrospect I think she was telling me, saying goodbye and leaving me with things to remind me of her, which I'm actually really glad she did that. I think of her pretty much every day, and it actually is a comfort to me. Here's the book I talk about all the time. She gave to me about a year ago, a little bit after lockdown started. She sent it to me, and I read it every day. And she gave me this shirt, and she also gave me this drawing pad. It's a really nice drawing pad. And whoever just started, I'm just talking about some gifts that my friend left me. I don't know yet how to see who's watching. Maybe someone else can tell me that. I see Tanya. I see that I have 2 viewers, but I don't see the other person's name, so I don't know if that's something I can figure out. But hello, I'm happy to see you. So my friend Deanna, who died in January, she gave me this drawing pad, this shirt, and I've just been carrying the drawing pad around with me. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it until I decided that I would make do and draw my own logo until I want to invest money in it. And oh, hi Vicky, yay! I'm so glad to see you. So I decided to use this drawing pad that my friend Deanna had left me, and I thought it was super appropriate to use it to draw my logo. Deanna was someone who always loved and supported me. Maybe she didn't always understand or agree with me on everything, but she was always cheering me on, and so I feel her presence every day. And probably the biggest gift she gave me was this. I've talked about it on my blog. Oh, you can tell me, is this backwards for you guys or forwards? Because for me, it's backwards, but I'm thinking if you guys see it. So this is French, which I don't speak French, so I'm gonna probably butcher it, but Il faut cultiver notre jardin, and it means basically to take care of your own garden, to cultivate your own garden. And it's a philosophy that really resonated with me when Deanna told me about this on one of our long phone calls. I was just talking about how I was feeling the need to disengage more from all of the world events and everything's, oh, it is backwards. Well, anyways, it says Il faut cultiver notre jardin, and I can post it later, a picture. So I was just talking with her, having one of our long, deep conversations, and she was just such a wealth of information. She never finished her bachelor's degree, but just such a great example of how, degrees or higher education doesn't equal intelligence. She just loved to learn new things. And so she told me about this philosophy of Voltaire's, and I looked it up later, and I was just so touched by it. Basically, he was saying, the world and politics will always be crazy, and so we shouldn't invest our life energy in that. We should have our own project, our own garden. And I really loved that. I felt like this winter, I was like, okay, my garden, my family, obviously my kids, all that is my garden. But I am also just a person that kind of needs a project. Like, I love learning new things. I love sharing. And so I really am excited about this idea I have to start a community, because it feels so good for me, and it feels like this is my garden. This is my thing that I want to invest in, that I want to share with people. So anyways, that's just a little background on my friend Deanna and how much she has given to me. And she continues to give to me even though she's not here anymore. So less than 2 months ago, I had no plans of starting a business and starting a membership, and an opportunity just came up for me, and I just started to explore that idea, and I started writing in my notebook just ideas of things that I've done in my life that I love to share and write about, that I've written about on my blog. All of those are topics I've written about: birth, natural family planning, infertility and unschooling, homeschooling, being a stay-at-home mom, attachment parenting, health decisions. And I was just trying to find, like, what is the common thread here? What ties all of these things together? Because I didn't want to just share about unschooling or parenting or, one thing. I really just felt like there was something deeper. And that's where my unplugging peacefully came in to play, because I really feel like every decision I've made along the way has had this kind of going off the beaten path, doing things a little bit differently. And that for me is like unplugging from the mainstream. So it's not the unplugging that most people think of when they think of unplugging from technology, unplugging from Facebook, etc., etc. So I just want to tell you a little story, start giving you stories of what I mean by unplugging. And the first one I want to share is what I think of is probably one of the first times that I really took a step away from mainstream culture. And that was before Mike and I decided to have children. And it was a year before we were really ready to start a family. I decided to explore natural family planning. Some people call it, I can't remember, like fertility awareness. There's other names. Basically, it's learning about your body and your fertility and using that knowledge to either achieve pregnancy or prevent pregnancy. So there's no chemicals, there's no barriers. It's pure knowledge of your body and the timing of when you decide to have intercourse with your partner. So interestingly enough, this part of my story starts before I did it. We did pre-Cana because Mike was Catholic, which means we took classes as a couple. And there was a couple that came in and taught us about natural family planning, and they were so enthusiastic about their experience and their story, and just how it was such a beautiful thing for them. It brought them closer, and I was just fascinated with it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this right away. In fact, it was a full year later when I decided I wanted to try it. But it's just a great example of how someone's story can really influence you and change your life. And they don't even know. I mean, I don't even know who they were. I have no idea what their names were. But when I look back on it, I'm just thinking of this now. They had a significant impact on my life and my family's life. So I started to learn myself. I took a course that was like, I just taught myself with a book. And then it was actually like you sent letters and charts in to this person, like through snail mail. And she sent feedback back. It's kind of crazy thinking about it now with the internet. And I learned, and it was amazing. And I will never forget going for my yearly, women checkup, gynecological. And it was who did I go see? She was like a nurse practitioner. And I told her, I don't want to be on the birth control pill anymore, which I had been probably for a couple years. I'm going to try this natural family planning. And she was not really supportive at all. She, she didn't tell me I couldn't or anything. She just, hey, Laura, she just said to me, good luck with that. My parents did the rhythm method and basically got pregnant all the time when they didn't want to. And, for whatever reason, it didn't discourage me. I really didn't care what she said. And I think it's because I already had enough knowledge to know that she didn't really know what she was talking about. When she said rhythm method, I knew natural family planning is not rhythm method. Rhythm method is basically counting days and guessing, am I fertile now or am I not? Natural family planning is nothing like that. When I first started doing it, I was taking my temperature every day and I was charting a graph and I was paying attention to other signs in my body. And so it was very scientific, actually. And I successfully prevented pregnancy for a full year. And then once we wanted to get pregnant, I got pregnant within 2 months. And we have been successful ever since. So that's over 15 years of getting pregnant when I wanted to and not getting pregnant. Hopefully that streak will remain intact because I think our family is complete. So anyways, this is what I mean about unplugging peacefully. We need to gain the confidence in our, whatever it is that we want to do, our choice, to step into that. And, you know, I didn't need to argue with this woman. I didn't need to tell her she was wrong. I have just examples of that in my life, you know, with birth, with homeschooling. And I just want to share those things with all of you. And I think I've alluded to this, but last year when we had lockdowns, our family just really coped well. And the reason I believe we coped well is because we were already disengaged from so many mainstream practices, that we had alternative ways of being, of supporting ourselves. And I really feel lucky, blessed, fortunate, choose your favorite word, that I was able to do that over 15 years, that it was a gentle process for me. I mean, I'm going to share with you, there's been so many times in my life where I did not feel confident, where I was scared, where I felt alone, where I thought I was the only one doing things the way I was doing, and I felt weird and I felt uncomfortable. Another example that comes to mind is co-sleeping. When Marisol was sleeping with us, from the time she started when she was 6 months, because we tried the crib, was not successful. She slept with us from the time she was 6 months till, I don't know, when she got her own bed and bedroom. We started trying to have her in her own bed when she was 3 and 4. It didn't really work. So when she was 6 or 7. And I remember kind of like whispering to people when I meet them, oh, she sleeps with us. Like it was like a big secret, like it was so embarrassing or wrong or strange. And now I could care less. I'm like, I don't even know why I cared what anyone thought about where my kids slept. It's just irrelevant to me. Carter still sleeps with me. When he doesn't, you know, when he's ready, he won't. And so this is just a progression. And I really think unplugging from our society, from the things that we think are the right way to do things, there's just so many ways to do it. And I still have ways I need to do it too. So anyways, I think I'm going to stop this because it's getting long. And on Wednesday, I'm planning to talk about who exactly this community is for, so people can really begin to identify if this is something that will help them make progress in their life, will help them feel better about life, get their energy moving. I have all sorts of ideas. So that's what I'm going to talk about Wednesday. And then on Friday, I'm going to talk about why I know you can do this and all the reasons why I am not like special or unique. And I just have so much confidence and belief in you for taking on whatever challenge it is in your life that you need help with. I just think we can do it together and in community. So if you haven't yet, like my Rise Up with Susan May page. What else? I do have a free download on there for a vitamin C quick started guide, which is free, and then you will be signed up for my email list, which I think will be kind of crucial going forward. And I just really thank you for